In our endeavor to give best to our students, we teachers experiment a lot, putting the best in practice. We apply different ways and means to make the teaching learning a win-win situation for the students and the teachers both. Here come the teachers of middle section to present their ideas for the coming academic year.
Excellent or quality education needs excellent environment. The way we treat our environment is always connected to opportunities that we have to create. Quality education is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, and of course, skillful management. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. A very good morning to one and all present in this August assembly. Today my colleagues Malti and Pooja Bhatt and myself Doel are here to present our views on how to improve quality education. As rightly said, it is our duty and our responsibility to invest in education because education is a shared commitment between parents, teachers, and motivated students. But we also know that academics is just one aspect of education. The other aspects include the development of character, the right attitude, the behavior, a positive environment, which will all help in the development of a child. If any one aspect is left out, then the development of a child will always be lopsided. We know that white is a blend of 7 colors. Similarly, quality education is a blend of number of aspects. After all, the true goal of education is to develop the intelligence with the right character. Now we have all heard a very famous proverb, give a man a fish and you feed him for teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. My dear friends, teachers are the pillars of education because they impart the required skills. A good teacher does even more. She can inspire hope, ignite imagination, and instill a love of learning. Quality education is only possible when the teacher is aware. For that, the teacher has to be introspective on a daily basis. For that, the teacher has to be adaptable to the changing times, to the changing trends, and has to adapt technology in her day-to-day classes. She needs to be considerate, and above all, she has to stand as a role model. Because teachers are the facilitators of quality education. To quote Aristotle, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Values are the essence of a human soul. And the first lessons regarding moral values are taught to a child at home, since family is the best school for your child, for a young mind, and parents are the most important models. In school, these values are emphasized on a day-to-day basis. But unfortunately, in today's fast world, our children are exposed to a lot of information. Most of the time, this information is not age-appropriate. Most of the time, they are exposed to violence. And I am not saying violence on television, where terror attacks are focused live, but video games. Look at the quality of the video games that our children play. Angry Bird? Why can't the bird be Happy Bird? Or a cheerful bird? Why just an angry bird? So yes, the violence, the extra information, it erodes, it has a very negative impact on the child. It erodes the value system. And for us as teachers, we have observed so many times, our children know the difference between right and wrong. But still, under peer pressure, because they are afraid they'll be mocked, they keep silent and they act against their basic nature. And that is where we have to emphasize those values again and again. Values, as I said, cannot be preached. It needs to be practiced because our students learn through imitation. And to emphasize the values, the Best way is to go through life skill classes. Life skill classes, they act as insulin and they inject values like empathy, truthfulness, patience, honesty, love and affection. Moreover, on a daily basis, after every chapter, value-based questions are added, which forces the child to think rationally and make the correct decisions. I would like to call upon Pooja to express her views.
As we all know, self-control, healthy competitive attitude, the ability to handle emotional turmoils, willingness to build social relations, perseverance, and pride in oneself without arrogance constitutes the character of a human being. To quote, realize that the life is a school and you are here to learn, pass all the tests. Problems are simply part of the curricula that appears and fade away, like algebra classes. But the lessons you learn will last for a lifetime. The 3H formula, head, heart, and hands, will be the magic wand to identify the hidden talents, interests, and abilities of a child. We will design the activities whereby children who are natural leaders would participate in elocution, drama, debates, and many more activities. And trust us, we have many more activities in our kitty. Many students are expressive and have creative bent of mind. For such students, activities based on creative writing and music will be conducted. And for our budding artists, activities based on drawing and static models are the best ways to encourage their talent. My dear colleagues, in this season of mangoes, we are offering you apples. As an apple a day keeps the student happy and gay, no pun intended. As we all know, every child is not academically inclined. In a class of 40, few might be academically inclined, whereas the large number of students may be the average ones. Our target is to help those average children to perform to the best of his ability. Student Quality Circle will act as a positive reinforcement and will help child build constructive bonds between the students. A student quality circle will also help to revise the concept in a relaxed atmosphere as a child at times becomes the best teacher. My dear colleagues, we all know the challenges faced by a teacher in a class of 40. Absenteeism, indiscipline, careless attitude, restlessness, peer pressure, and whatnot. But every problem has a solution. In order to improve the behavior and attitude of our students, regular parent-teacher meeting will be conducted whereby the parent is also brought on board. Secondly, we will conduct assembly every alternate day, which would be handled by the students. And for every positive job done, students will be appreciated, which will set an example for the entire class. Now I would like to request Malti ma'am to present her views. Thank you.
The next is academics. We all know that Udgam is known for its stress on education as well as academics. Marks are important, but education gain for the sole purpose of obtaining high scores is not the essence of education. Here again, the right attitude towards studies and the right spirit needs to be imparted. Many a times, children have phobia, which may be a result of number of reasons like poor concepts, peer pressure, or the fear of underperformance, which needs to be tackled at initial stages. Parents play an important role in helping teachers to understand the abilities and the limitation of a child. Regular one-to-one parent-teacher meeting will be done to tackle the issues related to exam stress, phobia, and others. Through these interactions, we will understand a child's study pattern and difficulty level and thereby provide the necessary help. Children live in a protective shell, and it becomes our job to prepare them for competitive exams, for deciding the career, and to make the right choices in life. Because preparing a child to meet with the challenges of life is the key to a better world. Apart from counseling, hands-on learning, which is an effective tool, would be utilized as children learn best through demonstration, model making, and projects. A language corner will be introduced for each standard where students would be expected to contribute poems, write-ups, book review, facts about literary world, and other things. The language corner will be handled by the language teacher and will be changed at regular intervals. Rewards. Every individual craves for appreciation, and when appreciated, the quality of work and the attitude towards one's self is enhanced. Children are no different. They look constantly for appreciation, and if rewarded at the opportune moment, it gives a boost to their confidence. Rewards could be just an impromptu sticker, appreciation card, a badge, or just a pat on the back. I would like to put forward an important point regarding this, which I am sure all would agree. Praise in public, criticize in private. Last but not the least, the role played by environment for the development of the child. Man is a child of his environment, as the environment shapes the individual. We at Udgam consider ourselves lucky to be provided with the best of infrastructure, a good library, spacious classrooms, playground, well-equipped laboratories, in short, a conducive environment for the growth of young minds. For all the state-of-the-art facilities, we are thankful to the Udgam management. A big thank you to one and all for being a patient listener. Thank you from all of us. Any queries and questions?
You emphasized mainly one of the points, that was technology adaptability.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, with this technology adaptability, are we really doing justice to the small kids? If I go to the past, our forefathers or our fathers had the tables till 20 or 25 on their fingertips. But today, thanks to the technology, even small plus multiplication and division, children are not able to do it. And if we introspect ourselves also, earlier we used to remember the phone numbers, and today we are dependent upon the mobile, which the technology has given it in our hands. So how would you justify your point?
Thank you for your question, ma'am. Ma'am, I do agree that yes, today we are not sure about our own numbers. If somebody asks me what is your phone number of your husband, I would not be able to recall the number. That is true. Ma'am, but technology is something that we have to adopt. If we want to progress, we cannot get rid of it. And for certain subjects, technology works wonders, particularly for a subject like social science. If, for example, a 7th standard student or a 6th standard student is asked, we are teaching them the structure of the earth, or we are talking about tectonic plates. After teaching them, when we show them a video, it works wonders, ma'am. So for certain subjects, yes. And as for tables, we have to memorize. That we have to, as parents also and as teachers also, we have to drill them.
So it had to be to a certain extent, not total technophobia. That is what I wanted.
Yes, ma'am. We do agree that.
So we talked about a lot of stuff in this presentation. I wanted to know, what was the base of preparing this presentation? Why did you think of these problems? What was the reason of solving these problems? Like, how did you come to know about these problems for which you made these proposals?
If we see, these are the problems which we all teachers face Only thing is we need to design the solution, or we need to find out the ways how to tackle these. I'm sure every teacher would have these absenteeism problem, or you can say indisciplined child in her class, or you can say a child using abusive language. So one needs to tell that child that where is he wrong.
So that's very good. I just have one suggestion, that try to solve important and easy problems first. There are a lot of problems, everybody knows, the teaching community knows, but we can solve easy problems and important ones first, then we can look at others. Because one thing which I observed in this particular presentation, that there were a lot of things that you have planned. I think if you can achieve this in 2 years, I would consider a big achievement. Like, you know, it's for 1 year, it is too much. But let us say, going from today onwards, you will start working on this. I would recommend that focus on top priorities, not taking everything. Because if you spread your resources, I know middle section is not a very big section, it is as big as only a small school. It cannot do everything, you know. And we'll have unforeseen circumstances during the year. So we'll have to provide for that also. So anyways, it's a good thing, provided that you focus on the important things and solve it.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, you have given me, in the season of mangoes, you have given me apples. I would really love to eat and be happy and gay with them. But that slide wasn't very clear to me. So I just wanted to know what points you have written inside that apples.
Ma'am, we are talking about a student quality circle.
No, but there are some qualities inside that, I
Yes.
think so. I just wanted to know what
Support.
qualities.
Accountability, goals, advice,
One second, just let the slide go.
support,
This slide. Okay. मुझे जाना पड़ेगा.
support,
Okay.
accountability,
Okay.
goals, advice,
Okay.
motivation, ideas, planning, review.
Okay. And that one over there, down the apple there.
Planning.
Planning.
Below.
Planning.
Ideas.
Ideas.
Okay. That
Expertise
should have
and
been a little